a higher level in Avodas Hashem. So just to take one example of technology, the union of the computer and the internet. The Rebbe said not he wants, by explaining this, that he wants to give a header. A mamuz hovim, you have to have an internet in the house, you have to have a computer in the house, but being that we are told us it does mitzias from a computer and the internet, and the Baal Shem says that from everything that we hear and see, we have to take a lesson. What does the computer teach me that it could help me improve myself in Avodas Hashem? What's a computer and internet? You sit down by the computer, you type in an address, you press the button enter, and with a mole on the screen, that's those ahead and ahead. Where did this come from? It comes from cyberspace. Where is cyberspace? What is cyberspace? So I once had in my office two so-called computer scientists. So I asked them, my dear friends, could you explain to me what is cyberspace? Cyberspace, that's where you have a collection of all the whatever you call it, the alamaisis, and when you press a button, it reaches into there. How does all this work? And which satellite could I take to reach up into cyberspace? So they laughed at me. So that's another starting thing. No, we don't know where it is. We don't know what it is. We know Sazama Mitzias. It's up to Rebbe. The person sits down by the computer. Does he first study and want to know where is the cyberspace and what does cyberspace contain? Well, then geht es nicht on. It's not important to him. Weiß nur that Vishas will click on to the enter with the Rabkum and go ahead. What he wants to have, he has. What's up to Rebbe? People come and say, in order for me to observe Torah mitzvahs, I want to know what it's coming from. You tell me it's coming from Hashem. Where's Hashem? What is Hashem? You sit there by the computer, flex to what cyberspace is. You want to know where it's coming from. That doesn't interest you. The fact that you see that it's here, that's enough for you. What does this show us, Dr. Rebbe? As Ken Zain, there could be such things which we don't understand. Nobody could understand it. We don't have a real explanation. And that is not a reason to hesitate from sitting down by the computer and open up the computer. So, Memele, if you could do that in the Gashmistic sense, and you are told us which you'll never understand what he is, but he's telling you what you have to do, why is it so much difficult that this area you will not accept, but a cyberspace for you accept? That's number one, Dr. Rebbe. Number one. Number two, he says that Rebbe, you type in the address, and you forgot to press the enter. Will anything download? No. To press the button enter, it's a grace of Torah. It's a garnish and garnish. You could take a baby, a 2-year-old child, and teach him how to press the enter, and once you type in the address, you tend to enter, and it's going to download. What is that show? Was not that people come and say, I'm going to put on film. That's going to be Mamshich Kedusha to me. A woman or a young girl, 3-year-old girl, is going to light a candlelight of Shabbos, and she's going to beg the Baruch Hashem Kedishonu b'mitzvayso, Hashem Kedishonu that she was Mamshich Kedusha on herself. If that's not enough, it's Yivonu Magosh in the Schabros, the Indian point was in Schabros God Kodesh Baruch Hu Tzavso v'chibur, that through this trivial minimal act of lighting the candle, or taking a strap and putting on my hand, that Hashem Kedishonu b'mitzvayso v'tzivonu. So the Rebbe give back book. You press a button, which means nothing, and kommt darauf, alles was willst. So we see that Indian from trivial and these things doesn't mean anything. So if you could appreciate the fact that when you press that button, you don't have to have Grace of Chochmah. So take a child and he'll do it for you. And so that's the Ken Pashtein, aber es hat the Torah sagt, because you're going to do a mitzvah which to you may mean a trivial, doesn't mean much. But that is going to be the enter. That is going to be the way of entering into the area from which you're going to be mamshich the inyonim from Kedusha of Zich. And the Rebbe said a more interesting thing. You type in an address. No connection. Why no connection? You give a look that instead of putting down hotmail.com, you forgot to put in the dot. No connection. Sagt der Rebbe, what's a dot? A dot is no gar. No, but then be bound that it was programmed in every single detail. If one detail, one prat is missing, there's no connection. Furthermore, sagt der Rebbe, if you put the dot after come, that weiter sein no connection. Why? Because you changed the program. B'shas a Yid does a mitzvah, sagt der Rebbe, you have to do it exactly the way it's prescribed in Shulchan Aruch.